So we're at Somerset Dam and just come to the area known as Bay of Plenty, and there is plenty here today too. First cast. I've worked out that they really like the spoons with a lot more action when you wind slow here, so I'll just let this little fella go. The old Crazy Killer, just a G1 spoon with the assists on the back, and that's what I threw out to get that fish. Crouchy's gone big. He wants a big fish. He's throwing the raptor. I told him to throw a little spoon, but he can't help himself. Just wants a big one. Pretty keen on it. At least that's 2 bites.
Yes.
That's better than I had here last time. Kerry got the bites last time.
Yep.
Raptor! Told you they won't eat a raptor here, Crouchy.
Beg to differ. He swallowed it.
He's a good fish. Where's this bloody landing net? Got rods and shit in it still. We haven't even got that ready. Oh, look at the size of that.
It's actually not bad at all.
That is a Somerset chunk. This isn't my fish, this is Crouchy's. Have a look at it. You can see what he's thinking. He's thinking, I'm going to nail that bony brim. Crouchy's still using his favourite colour that I haven't even got to sell anyone. That was his sample colour. Good fish, mate. You deal with that shit.
You get in and catch another one. No.
460 and a bit. 465. 465. Good fish. Okay. He bloody weighs 2 kilos. Four wines, Crouchy. Coming up through those fish around the boat here. Are you glad we come here? Look at all the...
Pretty much. Do you expel all that bubbles when you get again?
I don't like this lure with these. They're not liking these assists. That's 3 or 4 bites I've missed now.
And then you're on.
Yeah, we hit it on the drop. I got the weed on too. Oh yeah. I love bass fishing when it's good.
So do I.
You pick a good day in the middle of the shit. I reckon we'll get another couple here yet, hopefully. They're proper chewing. I might put a raptor on.
I have to put a different colour on to see whether they actually work on different colours.
Of course they do. Oh, another chunk. He tagged one.
Tagged.
Just slide him. Look at that.
Beautiful.
That's how Todd does it in his bait.
Does he?
Yeah, because
There we go, yes. Or did I drop him? Oh, I dropped him.
just rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Geez, you can't complain about that. Another nice little Somerset fish. Look at this, Crouchy. Here we go.
Ooh.
We're still in the Bay of Plenty, just having a little sand around. We've just marked a few fish behind us. We were still sitting on heaps and heaps of fish. So I give the outboard a little stab so I can see where the fish are behind me. Just leaves a little bit of disturbance. And we're going to throw back into them. I'll just hit spot lock here. We'll give them a go. Those ones were all close to the bottom there. That's part of fishing Somerset. Like you need to know that sometimes the bites stop despite having heaps of fish under you. If they stop chewing, it's time to move on. So, you know, you might get that sometimes only 1 or 2 fish and it's time to go. I think we got 4 or 5 out of that last bunch. Missed a heap of bites. They were really active and then it just went dead. And rather than flog a dead horse for half an hour, we probably gave it an extra 5 or 10 minutes. No more fish. It's time to move and try and find a new bunch. Now we'll see if these ones bunch up under us. They were a lot closer to the bottom there. Crouchy's on. It didn't take him long. So new bunch of fish, straight up, we're away. I should probably get up. What'd you put on? The G1 again?
G1, my favourite green.
Ooh, the green machine.
Green machine. The treble on the back.
He seems a half decent fish too.
Yeah.
They are pretty good fish in the Bay of Plenty. Like there's some good 40 centimetre models in it, like mid 40s. We got that one over 2 kilos here a couple of weeks ago.
That's a nice fish. A couple of kilos.
I reckon that one you got before would have been around 2.
Good condition. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Look at this.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
This is nice. And he's eating a couple too.
Yeah, slide him into that, mate, and give us a look at him. Oh!
That's right.
It's like a maze of rods in this boat. The other thing to do is when someone's catching fish, keep fishing, because that bite might only, there's a bite, that bite might only last for a little bit before it's over. So I just had 2 little rattles there. I'm going to drop back to bottom. Sometimes you can wind too far past the fish. I wasn't far off the bottom. There we go. He's just got a bit of blood coming out of him, Crouchy, so we'll get him back. And there's my fish. So once again, new bunch of fish. Then you work it hard, make hay while the sun shines. This one's coming in easy so far. You don't know how long it's going to last. Some days are better than others. You might get, you know, half a dozen fish out of them, and you've just got to make the most of each school and then move on. It's the beauty of fishing a weekday. Today's a weekday. We just went from having one of the busiest days, the Eka Show weekend, with heaps of blokes down here, and it was just hard to fish because there were so many people here. And today we've basically got it all to ourselves on the Tuesday. Plus there's a nice little weather window. Like, it's been terrible weather. Just a little football. He was tapping up on it a fair bit too, Crouchy, that one. Yeah, 3 bites before the hook up.
That one was probably about half a dozen winds in, and then boom.
Clunked it. I'll move this rod for you.
Yeah, that rear set of trebles was just in the gill, so that's why he was bleeding.
Didn't take them long to bunch under us again. Like, they've sort of thinned out a bit there now. And that's the other thing that happens. Like, the fish are out there when we first find them, and it's only taking a matter of less than a minute, and a lot of them are coming and sitting under the boat. They're actually moving. So you think you're fishing to fish, but a good percentage of them have already moved. So we'll see what happens. This spot could be all over with just 2 fish. Surely there'll be another one.
There he is now.
And he was a long way out too,
yep.
Which is a really good sign. Crouchy's still way out, so there's fish active away from the boat.
That was after the first drop, so yeah.
Now he's going to tell me what he was throwing at on the bank, a landmark, and I'll throw my next caster there.
The 2 pelicans.
The 2 pelicans? Like, they're not moving. Yeah, righto. Just that green grass, just to the right of that green grass on the reeds.
Oh, yeah, this is
He seems heavy, unless he's a bit side-on hooked.
It could be, but there we go.
Yeah, he just took it on the drop. Just thought it got a bit faster and he swam straight under the boat. Well, we were wondering when Somerset was going to turn it on. Hopefully today is the day. There's Crouchy's. Here's mine. Oh, talking about 2 kilo fish. I reckon this one would near go 2 keg. G1, look at that. Something like a mid-40, but chunky as. One of mine took it fairly close to the boat, just on that drop back. Ten winds, I think it was. I think I was counting. Pretty sure it was around 10, and that was poached out of your spot where you caught your last one. Second lot of winds about.
Paid the price for
Dirty old G1s. Another nice fish. Having a dig, those buggers.
No.
Could be all over again.
Could be. Give it one more.
Yeah, give it one more. I'm nearly in too. I might try the tail spinner or something for something different. I'll put it out now. So we're winding about the same time. I just picked that up and it was going 100 mile an hour. So that just took it on the flutter down there. Did you see the line tearing off?
Yeah.
He had a good run up, so he took a bit of drag. Oh.
That's good fun.
It is when you can get it good, eh? Yeah, it's your turn. Sort of hooked under the chin a bit. On the assist hook again. Oh, I'm too scared to touch him. Hooks everywhere. Hoi. There we go. Another nice little fella. I'd like to know when that last fella ate it, that one I just caught then.
Yeah, because...
Did he have it the whole time and it was just screaming off the whole time? It was as I picked it up, it was just going. Or did he pick it up off the bottom?
You didn't have the bar open home, did you? Oh, there it is.
I'm not sure. That's going. How's that sore wrist going, mate?
Oh, she's just hanging in there.
There we go.
Oh,
look at these little head shakes. Little fella. I don't think we need to go any further. We're getting deeper and no more fish. Just backing up onto a spot there that we found. That's the sort of thing we're seeing. Fish along bottom, then you get some active ones that are up higher, more on bottom. So we're going to pull up here. I just looked back into my bubble trail. You can see the bubbles there from the outboard. We know where to throw, where those fish were. And I'll just spot lock when we get back within range, just backing up on them. Crouchy's not mucking around.
Get straight in.
And there's already fish underneath us, mate. They're starting to bunch up as we pull up. This is what happens and why you've got to work quick. I should have my lure in the water. You see them already starting to bunch up under us. Righto, I need a spoon. Oh, probably could turn this off. Barely a time to have a mouthful of beer. Don't know if they'll chew. We didn't go very far from the last lot, but it was a new lot that we hadn't sat on, eh?
Definitely.
Not looking good.
Just the last few winds, just sped it right up, and then stopped. You hit it at the top.
It was getting fairly vertical in these ones under us, was it?
Well, yeah, it wasn't too far out. Yeah, it was still roughly about 40 to 45 degree angle out there.
Haven't even tried going fast. Is that a bony brim coming up?
I
It
think
is.
so.
Yeah, there's a bony brim just floating there.
Yeah.
They would have hardly been coughed up by that fish and come up that fast.
No, I've seen him there before.
Ah, right. You catch the little ones. Thin them out for me. Watch that gill rager.
Yeah, I see.
So just a little move, 100 metres, new fish, and bang, double hook up almost. Again. You still got the G2 on?
Yep.
Oh, G1 on, sorry. Yeah, G1 gangbanger. Whee. This thing's starting to arc around in front of the boat a bit, so might be all right, Crouchy. Haven't felt big head shakes or anything yet.
I'll be staying deep.
Pardon me. That's a big cast.
Probably too far.
This is big, I think. Big-ish. Haven't taken a single photo. We'll start doing that a bit. I like letting them go straight away, but because they're, is any good? No, just how he was hooked.
On the head.
Hooked on the head. Yeah, just because they're a bit bloated, I just like to get them back. They don't look as big, these fish on the sounder. They're a bit sort of lighter, the lines.
Yeah.
Plenty of them.
Well, those two weren't overly.
No. And they haven't, oh, apart from that one of yours, which was fairly vertical, they haven't had a bite vertical yet either. Real good. The other option would be just to drift back off them and just do a drift and carry them for a while. Might even do that before we sit on them for too long. Like we'll drift for a while and then we'll fish back into them.
Oh yeah.
Just took off while I was just free spooling, 100 mile an hour. Just so many on the drop today. It's sort of generally a pretty good sign they're on. It's also good because these spoons flutter so good on the drop.
Nice action.
Yep. Blake is going to be so dirty at me. Oh,
Popped off.
oh no, we'll just drop again. Let it flutter past another one. See what happens.
I think there'd be a couple sort of following up.
Yeah, imagine, yeah, like trying to grab it out of his mouth nearly.
There he is. On the line, that one. Dunk, dunk, bang. Here we go. Oh, yes. Holy shit, Jason.
It's big. Well, don't shit yourself. Don't shit yourself.
Check this out.
Just drive him in here. We didn't have to go to Kirklee for a big one.
Woo, that's a
There's a two. Oh, he's nearly 3. He's about 2.7 kilo, Krautsy.
biggest for the day, 51 and a bit, on the G1. Oh, good old green G1.
Old school.
I love it.